A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that.
Okay, so here we are. Another day, another game. Um, I am going to continue playing Dark Crystal Tactics, just not today. This is one of these games that's been around for a little while. What Remains of Edith Finch. Um, I got to looking at some of my backlog and some games that I had started kind of pulling off to the side, and I saw that the average on this is a very short game. It can technically be played from start to finish in about 3 hours. So I figured, why not just do a full game, right? So, with that being said, I went ahead, reinstalled it because I had uninstalled it. I was like, I'm not playing this game at the moment, so we won't do it. Um, I'm curious. I don't really know what it's about, but everybody that's played it says, "Oh, you should play this game," or if you've played it, play it again. Like it, from what I can tell, it's kind of like a puzzle game in a way. Maybe, not sure, but we'll find out together. So I'm going to start it from the beginning. And you guys can let me know if it's too loud. See if I can adjust myself here so I'm not sitting at a weird angle for the whole game. Yeah, I think Grant said he played this game all the way through on stream one day, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so I'm guessing I have to, like, click on something, maybe? There we go. And then
A lot
actually...
of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Alright, looks like it's going to be kind of first-person-ish.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
And, I haven't played a game off of my PC in a while, so this one's actually being played off of the PC.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Okay. What about the newspapers here? Alright.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
So far, it's super pretty. Like, super detailed.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
So I'm guessing that's the house there in the distance, since you see that in the ads in the game art. I don't know if I should go down here, or if I should go this way. Let's go down here. It's a pretty cool little landscape.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
Huh. Interesting. I guess that's where the other path would have come in from. I mean, it's kind
The
of...
house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
It's kind of neat. Like, I could see it being something that might even be fun to play in VR. Maybe.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, As a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Afraid of the house. Now, this is not supposedly, it's not a scary game or a jump scare game or anything like that, so.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Okay. The mechanics of, trying to lift and open things is kind of a weird feel, but it's not terrible. So I guess we're finding another way in, maybe the side door. That looks kind of real, not gonna lie. Like, I have these exact same cans, the green and the blue one sitting out by the curb. Those look kind of real to me. I guess we're crawling in through the...
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Okay. Can I interact with any of this stuff at all, or can I only interact with things that are highlighted? What you can see, like, what kind of books, the pleasures of Japanese cooking. Yeah, and I can hear, like, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but my computer's fairly strong. I mean, obviously, I'm streaming this at the highest quality and playing at the highest resolution, but I've never heard my graphics card actually kick on, and that sucker is on right now. Like, I can hear it. Like, besides hearing my brother's dog in the background, I can actually hear the fan of the graphics card, so. My brother's leaving for work, so I'm expecting that his dog is just gonna go bonkers for a little bit. Wow.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
If it gets bad, I'll just mute myself. For a little bit until he calms down.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Let's see. Lots of cookbooks, I'm noticing. You want to hear opinions and reactions? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try to not turn it off if I don't have to, but...
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon.
I was going to say...
Except our cat, Molly.
That's a lot of canned fish. Like, a lot. What's she making here? Apple pie. It actually has a recipe here. You should screenshot it and try this recipe out. And see if it works. And let me know how that turns out. We all know my baking skills aren't up to par. Chinese takeout. So even with all these cookbooks and dirty dishes and plates and just everything cooking, look at this. But even with all this and all the even like leftover canned food, they're ordering takeout.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Even like the pack of soy sauce or whatever looks real. Look, there's even one back there that says Witch's Kitchen. What does this say? Weird recipes. Yeah, the photo on the fridge. I'm gonna go look at it up close. There's a birthday picture. Huh. So you have Edith and Edie? So which one is which? And who is... Edith. Alright, I guess let's walk over here. I want to go into the
The
main part
table
of...
was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Can you hear everything okay? Like, can you hear her talking and narrating and stuff? Okay. Cross Creek Cookery. Man, look at the old noodles. This is just a game where I can just look around like, whoa. Lots of books. Cooking at a campfire. Riding the ferry at the beginning. Sitting and hanging out on a log. So many books, like a good table, right? A good table. And then you turn around and there's a table full of leftover Chinese food. Okay. Alright, let's see what this is about.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Okay. So obviously, wheelchair. Is it just me or does this shirt make me look fat? Is she pregnant? I was just curious. Like, I wasn't trying to be mean, but like, I was like, wait a second. I looked down and it looks like, I don't know, is that a belly? Maybe you're not even supposed to notice that yet, you know?
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Lots of clutter. So many books. What was that? There's stuff going on outside. Gravity's Rainbow. Raw Fowl. There's another good table. So some of the books are duplicated, but let's be real. I know people that own multiple copies of the same book and didn't realize they had it.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
The original house after it sank. Whoa. That's the original house? Now it's only like that one tower. Oh my god, these pictures though. Maybe the house sank into the ground except for the top part. I don't know. But I'm gonna have a look. Like I'm gonna take a look at all these pictures. Like I'm absolutely curious. Oh my god, the little Halloween picture. Check this out. Aw, on a swing. I don't see like any way to like zoom in or out, which is fine. I don't necessarily want to. I just definitely was. Yeah, so some of the books have the same names, but not like I said, not a bad thing. It did look like there was something over here I could interact with, but maybe not. The view out there is pretty cool. There's statues out on the cliffs. It's a beautiful view, like a waterfront house with a deck. All right. Even like the little things that people would normally have, just random, like little birds. Oh, cool. How cool is that? Yeah, I feel it being a little bit that there's gonna be some twisted stuff. But like, I feel like I'm in somebody's grandma's house right now, you know? Oh, you actually have to wind this.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Barbara Finch. Oh, she was a movie star. My Friend Bigfoot. And then they're on the beach. Ooh, a bug collection. And again on the ferry. Yeah, she must have been an Animal Crossing fan. She's just working on her museum collection for bugs. Violins on the wall, empty boxes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we kind of came through this area, but now I'm like so interested in looking at the actual pictures. So here's a cliff, and I don't know if this is like over time, but it's definitely the same cliff. And there's a lighthouse in the middle one, but only in the middle one. Yeah, I saw the one on the door. I just kind of wanted to take a look at the bottom floor before going upstairs, if that makes any sense. What is this? Missing.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Okay, so her brother went missing.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
That is a creepy, weird looking door. We won't go there yet.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Alright, cool. We don't have to go in the basement yet. Good. I'm sure the key is probably what for this door? No? There's nothing to interact with, so. Oh, look at the little, like, rain boots. Excuse me, a packing tape gun. I also noticed when I looked down, she's wearing, like a ring for a necklace. I'm trying to be as observant as possible. Just, God, look at all the pictures. Just in case there's, like, clues for later on. How am I going to look at all these pictures? Alright, let's see. There's the dog coming through the thing. Looks like some swimming, the baby flying a kite. There's a random seal. Doing some woodworking. Playing on a swing. I wonder if they actually, for the most part, like, the developers used, like, some family pictures or just stock photos or what, but the pictures are amazing.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
So...
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Whoa. So that's why the door looked like that. So the bedrooms got all sealed up, and then they decided to cut peepholes. Oh man, that room looks awesome. I can't wait to get in there. So I have seen a couple of duplicate pictures, but that's okay. I don't mind. Time and the Gods, the Library of Babel. Alright. I gotta see this room. I see it's got like an ocean theme.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
This room is awesome. This would totally be my room if it could. And then, like, on the wall, it's made to look like a little trolley. Is this a light switch?
Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Does it fit that? It does. And it's a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea book.
My mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Oh no. A secret passage when I haven't checked the other rooms yet. Okay, we'll go in anyway. It looks like there was a kid in here.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Maybe he didn't run away. Maybe he was just hiding.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh my gosh.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Is that owls? That's an owl mask on the door. Oh, that's the little girl was wearing that, the cat one in one of the photos. It's an ant farm.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
The turds in the bowl looked like
Molly's
it was making
gerbil
a sad
had a
face.
tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Oh my god, look. The gerbil had its own bedroom with its own gerbil cage. Like, toy pretend gerbil cage. Look, it looks like it's making a sad face. Excuse me for clearing my throat, but...
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Look at this. What is that? What is that? If it looks dark on screen, it looks dark to me too, so some things I can't make out exactly what it is, just so you know.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
Broken. I saw the thing I can interact with. I just want to look around first. I hate when there's like things I want to look at and then I accidentally click something and go to a cutscene or whatever, so I just want to make sure I see everything. I guess there was Edie and then there was Edith and then Milton and Lewis and their mom. A lot of this has to do with the depths of the ocean, like that one room. And then here you've got one that shows like how deep the ocean goes. So that's kind of weird. I think there was an Edith in the actual photo.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh no.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
She's like trapped in her room. Oh, look at the goldfish. Don't eat the goldfish. I just wanted to look at it because it looks so real. Let me go back over here to this pumpkin on the thing here. Wait, something else lit up the doorknob.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Aww. Okay. So there's a door there to interact with and a door there. And you can interact with this. I thought about
eating Christopher, but I held back.
His name was Christopher. She didn't eat her fish, luckily. Don't eat the poop. Yeah, she did eat a carrot that had gerbil poop on it. Looking out the window. Luckily, there's nothing gross like in the toilet and stuff.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh no, toothpaste. She's got liver spots and she's a kid.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Oh, the window's all chained up.
And suddenly,
Wait,
I was a cat.
what? What? So what do I do now? Oh.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Just following the bird.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
What is going on in this game? Well, if you ever wondered what it was like
I jumped and I almost got her.
to be a cat jumping from tree to tree in first person, I'm stuck. I'm trying to jump up into the chair, but I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just supposed to go up this thing? Where do I go? I obviously I need to go towards this table. That's where the bird was. But I'm just jumping around as a cat right now. It jumps over the chair, it doesn't jump up onto it. Maybe double back to where I came from. I don't know, maybe just go up these stairs. Definitely don't want to jump that way. I don't think. Maybe. Right, so I was here. I jumped off. The bird's over there. Can you see me as a bird, just like, or as a cat, just trying to jump at this bird? Oh wait, I'm up higher now. Here we go.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
It made me jump over that. I don't know where the bird went now. But apparently it was this stool, that stool that you jump on. Somehow or another. I got up there once. I needed to see where to go from the table though. Ah. Here we go.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Eating that mama bird. Oh my god.
Gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
Whoa.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
no. She...
Rabbits.
Rabbits. Okay.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
What? What is even happening?
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Wait, what? What is happening? I'm rolling down a hill as a shark. I'm gonna flop around. What is going on in this game? What do I do? There's literally like 2 buttons you can push, okay? So I'm stuck in... Okay. Physics? There we go. Ah! Oh my god! Whee! What in
I
the...
rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh my gosh. There's a fish.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Oh, it's a seal.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
I'm horrified. What is going on in this game? What is wrong with this kid? What did you do? What did they do to this poor kid? I don't see any more seals. I'm just kind of swimming. Oh wait. That's the same one. I got the blood scent. Where'd it go? Man, it's hard being a shark out here. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Ugh. I don't envy... Yeah, it's not just the aiming that's hard, it's just that, like... Imagine trying to do a quick turn as a shark in the water, you know?
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What am I now? An octopus? Oh my god, what am I? And this music, what is this? Oh my god, I'm like pulling myself towards things.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
She said, now I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere. Alright, so I'm guessing wherever the tentacle goes, that's how I figure out where I am and where I'm going.
I was big.
Oh, it's the
and I
fairy.
moved real quiet.
Now I'm eating people? All this because
I
she
wanted
got sent to bed
stop,
without
but
dinner.
also, I didn't.
Yeah, just because she didn't get to eat. The other guy's on the outside here. This is kind of hard to steer, by the way. I mean, it's not difficult once you know what to push, but for the most part, it's weird. Let's get the captain, I
Last
guess.
passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
So, past the water, she says.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
This game is so weird. Oh god, I'm coming out of the toilet.
I got closer and closer.
Wait, this is her room, though. Don't eat her, hamster. Look at the toys and stuff under the bed. All my
My
stuff.
stomach started growling.
Oh no, she's the monster under the bed.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
What? What is happening? That was her that was her little journey, her little diary. That's just a diary we picked up.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Okay, so that was Molly. So Edith is here at the top. That's who you are, because she's wearing the necklace. I see that. So she's basically on a journey to find herself. Alright, so we found Molly. We found out who Molly is. That was so weird, but so entertaining at the same time. That was interesting. So that explains this. I mean, she pretended to be these animals. Remember I said in the pictures downstairs, she was wearing some of these masks, and was kind of pretending to be different animals. So I'm sure it's like her imagination, but like that, just the last words were kind of haunting. We both know I taste delicious. Like, you know, I taste delicious. Alright, so this is where she would have come out as a cat, so to speak. I don't think I'm supposed to climb the tree, but maybe
This would be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Alright, so we went this way.
Well, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Oh.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
So this is Great Grandma Edie. What a bunch of weird stuff. Oh, and that one got eaten by a snake. Like, see, she's got a picture of a bird, and a snake with a candle, 1980 to 1984, named Bob. Bob Burpee? And this one didn't have a name. Purpley. So Purpley Bob. Does this one say Flurpley? I can't tell. She was obviously painting.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Sewing machine, more pictures. Handprints, old eggs, a sword.
Her room was like a museum.
No, it's
For
not.
500 years, the Finches have
It's
been
not a
famous
horror
throughout
game.
Norway
It's
for
just
their
a
fortune
very weird game.
and misfortune.
Oh, it actually makes you do
Odin
the
Finch
viewfinder
bears the
thing. That's
latest
cool.
victims of the family curse. His wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann.
Max, you've missed some crazy stuff.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Okay, so when she made the reference about the house sinking, maybe this explains that? Because it says that he loaded the house onto the barge. You got mega wound up earlier and had to calm down. Yeah, that card game was starting to get to you a little.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Oh gosh.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Damn, right off the bat, burying somebody in the family cemetery the moment they arrive.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
These pictures and stuff are so crazy, though. Yeah, apparently it really sank. Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So I would tell you, like, I wish I knew, Max, what the game is about. But I really don't know, other than she's looking for her family history and answers, and something weird has happened, and her family apparently has some kind of curse.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Oh man, are we gonna get to see an old
I
videotape?
hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Ah. Mole man beneath
Edie
the
gave
Finch
a big
house.
interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Here's what's funny about that. She said her mom would never let her in the basement. Win a family day out at Druid World. Alright, so I think we've looked at pretty much.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
The way she worded it. He's smiling in the picture, which is hilarious, but there's the picture of it collapsing. What a terrible time to take a picture, and right as somebody's falling to their death. So I tried.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
I tried, but it was locked as of right now, so no. But that could change
The
later.
only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
The famous
It
pink
was a pretty big trace.
bathroom. Okay.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh, wow. Another hidden passageway. Was this a dark room where they made all their pictures?
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Yeah, it looks like there's some old film. What in the world? Milton was here. Or at least somebody wrote his name and stuff there. You like these sort of games but prefer to watch them? Yeah, I've never really played these kind of games. So, Sam Finch, most improved player, football. Captured and the 5 Grand Generals. He must have something to do with going off to war. There's flags and all kinds of stuff. Another captured book. He's got camouflage, Fort Sam. Creepy. Having a camera pointed at the bed is always creepy. Man, he had a lot of film. Look at that. Does it go? Okay. For a minute there, it looked like it goes upstairs, right? But it's just to the top of his little fort. And he's got it like roped off to the command center. Yeah, so he's like military on one side. So that he must have shared a room with somebody. Fort Calvin and Fort Sam. Because this one's like military and has like cigarette butts and obviously an older guy. And then this one's like all Space Command stuff with like kids' toys. And then here's the picture.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin,
Oh, he had a twin.
and that he never talked about him.
Okay.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Oh my god, this is so... How cool, no lie. How cool would it be to have that in your room as a kid? Like, he set up like a military fort, but he's got like this thing that's like set up like he's in a spaceship. How cool would that be?
How I want to remember my brother. by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Uh-oh. Here we go. I have to make myself
My brother
swing.
said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
I
At
see.
Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do
Oh
it.
no, is he gonna jump off the cliff? Don't jump
I
off the
told him
cliff!
going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Oh man, it's making me keep swinging.
I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh no.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Oh no, he's gonna go
I
soaring
think
off the
he'd already
cliff.
made up his mind.
Oh, this is gonna hurt my stomach, isn't it?
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh shit, it's gonna break.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Oh shit.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
He went off the cliff. I know I dropped some frames during that because I saw it over there. So I don't know what you guys got to see, but it basically made you do the swinging motion, right? Until you got enough momentum to just spin in circles around it. And then it broke. The swing broke. And off he went. Like, whoa. Oh my god.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
So when I went up here, it didn't like trigger anything for this story.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
He never came back into the room. Ah. How cool that little book is. I keep finding the video is temporarily freezing. It's let me know if it's still doing it because I'm not showing any drop frames now. But it definitely during the swinging part dropped some frames over there. I don't think you missed anything. I've found more of the secret rooms than I have the regular rooms, and that's just...
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Should I go straight or to the left first? I think I should go straight first. Oh, remember she, like in some of those pictures, she was a movie star.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
My friend Bigfoot. But yeah, let me know if it's still doing it. It doesn't say that it's dropped any more frames, so you should be good. I just don't know how it's going to do when it gets into some of that faster action.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Twitch is just weird like that. Guest starring Barbara
Of all the
Finch.
stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Yikes.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
Oh.
I'll be back in a sec.
Good to know.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, it's gonna make you do it right now.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh no, I'm playing it in comic book form. The Michael Myers theme song is playing.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Pretty cool, pool table and stuff.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh my god. What do I do? I don't see anything else to interact with here. Oh. Punching bag!
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh no.
Oh dear!
Oh.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh my goodness. How do I get up there? And the music starts again. I love it. comic book horror movie. Ah! Skate coming down the steps. This was his room, right?
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Uh-oh.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
This game is wild.
There's got to be another way out of here.
Another way out. Let's see. Was this one of the rooms that had a secret passageway? Yes, here.
That she played her part beautifully.
Okay, this is the little girl's place. And there was a secret passage here, yeah? I just come out of that though, didn't I? Maybe here?
Ollie's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow. But she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Okay. She's gonna run down here, right? To go finish him off. And he's gonna be gone. Right? Because that's how these work.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
These little stories are so cool.
was dying to speak to young Barbara.
Trick-or-treaters?
She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I
So she
Barbara was magnificent.
She gave the scream she was meant to give.
She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Her
That's
ear?
what I call a real eerie tale.
Wow. That's a lot to take in.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Okay. I guess her fans killed her. She was killed by her fans on her birthday. Okay. How do I get out of here? Yeah, I don't know that I got it either. But I mean, I know it was just.
Now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
I mean, I know it was just like a comic book tale of her dying. Like, she probably didn't really die that, like, I don't know. But there's the...
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Yeah, I figured as much. This looks like the attic.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay. So I guess now all that's left is to go down and get the key from the music box. If that's a real thing. If that's indeed what happens. I do notice it says Barbara on the top of it now. It did come out. It actually worked. I mean, I guess, like, so far, all of their stories are kind of playing out by, like, how their fantasies were. Like, the little girl with the animal fantasies, right? The movie star, her story kind of plays out like in a comic book, like entertainment. The one who wanted to go into space and fly, he, flew out of the swing and into space. So, I mean, it's all got, I guess it's like an exaggerated reality in a way. Yeah, that comic section was kind of cool. Just playing the moving comics was pretty neat. But, like, everything in this game, like, looks real. Like, I can imagine playing this in VR. So, is this the saw that he fell on and cut himself? And had to be rushed to the
Mom
hospital?
said the basement was off limits. Unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Okay. But there's got to be another reason for it.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
So this way or this way? It is so dark in this basement.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Okay.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh my gosh. There's another hidden room. This is so dark. Okay. I was gonna say, I can't see anything. It's so dark.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
So they had like a safe house, like a bomb shelter. Soup, cereal. Hey look, it looks like your kind of cereal, Grave Hunter. Alvinos, with like a koala bear and stuff on them.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
Tasty beans!
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Oh, a little train set. So his has to do with trains and stuff. There's like little trains. He's in a bomb shelter. This is Walter's story, huh?
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Oh, no.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Okay.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
Trying to figure out what buttons you're supposed to
That's
push
what
for
kept
some
me
of
sane.
this is kind of odd. Yeah, it looks
Having
like a bomb
schedule,
shelter.
Living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Wow, it was 1968 a while ago. It's already 1976.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
2005. Holy
Stop.
crap.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
He's been eating peaches for a long time. Yeah, so I was about to comment on that because
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
it's weird because when they showed the little girl's hand
I'm
earlier,
done waiting.
she's like 5 or 6 and she had
have
those
to
liver
leave.
spots.
Well, I still can.
Alright, so he's gonna finally try to leave after all this time. I think what's happened is she locked, because, like, it said she locked all the rooms, and some of the kids that rebelled, like, drilled a peephole in the room or something, like, so they could still look out the door. It's kind of just been weird. Like, you're not supposed to know what's going on so far, and I get that, but I really don't know what's going on. And that first story where the little girl turned into like 5 different animals was just, it was like, what the hell is going on? Jiggly jelly. But it's
I know
been
it's out there somewhere.
it's been a cool game just for exploratory reasons, like looking at
Whatever
things like
killed
it's
Barbara.
see whatever killed Barbara. And I think
Molly.
and Molly
And Calvin.
and Calvin. Oh, the curse that they say is there.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Especially the food, he
I
says.
don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day.
Oh,
I
it's
can
pretty
already
sad.
imagine the sun on my face.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Wait, hold on. Wait, let's talk about this for a second. The guy stayed safe in his bomb shelter for like 30 years. and then decides, I gotta go, gotta get out. I'm gonna go out here. He gets out, he steps out, immediately gets hit by a train. That's what all the shaking was. The train's going by, right? So all the shaking that kept him in the room is still the same thing that killed him. No, it was above it. His shelter would have been under it, or right next to it. Because he knocked a hole in the wall and stepped through, so it was like right beside it. That...
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
We're about to find out because she's going to walk through it again. I did not
Maybe
see
she's
that
afraid I'll
coming.
look like Walter.
Yeah, see, they're
But if she
underneath
never
and then a
told me
tunnel.
about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
It looks like what's
I
all
don't want
this
to
though?
make the same mistakes she made.
Sweetie crisps. So there's the hole that he made that went through into the train tunnel. And it was like just on the outer edge of his
Can
shelter.
bury something that's still alive.
And a train just came from behind him and just got him.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Aw. Remember I said it was going to have to do with trains? He had a train set in his room. How could you not see this coming? Like... That's why she said everything might not make sense, but looking back on it, it all makes sense. And I'm like, he had trains in his room. Like, he had the little conductor cap and the model trains and... Oh my goodness. And now what? Why was there a train in the first place? Did it go all the way out there? Because it damn sure don't go to right there. Guys, I gotta take a bathroom break. I'm gonna be right back. Hopefully you'll stick around. Like, this game is super entertaining. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. So, what do you guys think so far? I'm like, this is not what I expected this game to be. It's like, why did I wait so long to play this? This game is pretty awesome, actually, so far. It's weird, but it's like, I don't know. It's.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
So wasn't this thing? What is this? A totem? It's a totem pole.
And the history you're a part of.
Look at this. This looks freaking amazing. By the way, I don't know what it looks like on stream because I know they compress stuff. But I'm telling you right now, like I can probably go here and stand still or something. This looks fantastic. Like the detail in the ground, the glistening on the rocks, the water. Like this looks amazing. Alright, looks like a spot I can walk up to over here. Because there's nowhere to go here except just walk to the water's edge, which I might do just because I can. It's like almost open world feel without being open world. Obviously, it's not open world. It's very linear.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
There you go.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Okay, so the people in the stories believed their stories. But is that all they are? Are they just stories? Are those coffins? No, they're kayaks. I was going to say, are those coffins? That's just morbid. Here, let's walk out on this little dock. I'm just a sucker for stuff like this. Like, just being able to... There's no point to it, I just want to do it. There's obviously more stuff to explore.
Look at the house. That history of imagination and stubbornness.
Look at that tower.
Madness. Any of it seems possible.
Oh man. So this is the other side of the house. So we can walk over here, it looks like. Looks like a potting mix. Probably this is where they would put the fuel to keep the house warm. There's a spot over here with a bike. I'm gonna walk over here.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
It's cool how they...
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
It's cool how they float the letters and stuff too. So yeah, finish building a cemetery before they finish the house.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Okay, these are the pets. These are just their pets. Let's see.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
So Christopher, that's the goldfish, the little girl's goldfish. Shadow the cat. Oliver the rabbit. The dog. His name Bob. Shatsy. Bailey. Zerpy, Lurpy, Furpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy Jr. Those are all the birds in the bird cage. We saw the bird cages we saw. Lucy, Daisy, Charlie, Tucker, Coco, That is a lot of dead pets. And then some back here with no names on them. But seriously, who builds a headstone for their goldfish? I don't know.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Okay. So here's the beginnings. Sven and Edie. There's Walter. There's Barbara. Molly and Calvin. So Molly was the... Aw. She ended up with a little cat statue. She was only 10. She was the one that turned into all the different animals. Calvin flew off the cliff. He got cut up on the saw. We still don't really know what happened to her. Walter, he's the one that knocked a hole through the wall and got hit by the train, and Barbara was the movie star. So now
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Well, according to the way they would have had it end was the monster under the bed got her. Remember, she became the monster under the bed, she said, but as soon as he wakes up, we both know I will be delicious or whatever. So here's the sinking house with the guy standing on top and the boat. Tragic.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh, that's the house. I don't know. What if, since we haven't really seen story on Edith Finch herself, like, so here's my theory, is that she was like one of those really bad women. Like, she kept her kids locked up, she abused them, I don't know, like, it's even, at one point, Walter would hide under the bed. They all had hiding spots. They had secret passages. The mom would lock the doors and lock them in their rooms and not give them food. So I'm wondering if she was just like a really cruel mother or something. I don't know. How cool is that? Like, I'm definitely interested in figuring this out. Let's see what's going on here. So yeah, that in the middle, that's the actual sunken house.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Okay. Is that all I'm supposed to see? I guess so. Now what?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
See? She says things weird like that. So here's the brothers.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
So he lived to be not even a year old? Wait. Almost a year old. 33. And yeah, I don't know. Like, so that's part of the family cemetery. Milton.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
So Louis, Sanjay Kumar. What's this? It's ash. It's a crown. I don't know.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. for me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
This old wagon. Alright, let's go up here. Oh, this is the table from the tree.
But looking back on it now,
but she climbs out the window as a cat and chases the bird. It's all gotta mean something.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I knew it. She is pregnant. And out here climbing trees. You can actually see her shadow on the house. That's pretty cool. Alright, so this is like glass to the garage or something. There's a flag up there. I don't think I want to go that way. You have to pardon me for my snot sniffles over here. Okay, let's go up this.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
So, he had a lot of, like, military kind of stuff going on. Looks like he used to just come out here, chill, have a barbecue. I mean, look at the view, though. Like, considering how cursed this family and stuff is, like, the house is in a beautiful spot. I know that's, like, a weird thing to be thinking about, but it just...
They were both pretty intense.
Alright, somebody new. Some new story's about to start. Here comes his military stuff. Alright, before we get into Sam's story, let's look around for a second. He's got all kinds of weird taxidermy. There's the photo from downstairs. So I guess a lot of those photos are going to get explained as well, because they tend to be part of all of this. He had an airline ticket. Who's Kay? You know, we're going to find all this stuff out, so it's... But just think, like, when we first started playing, right, the game was just cool to walk into this house that looked like it had been abandoned, and look at all these different photos and family pictures and how cool everything was. And now, like, the game has so much depth. Like, every photo means something. Every little thing in a room means something, as long as you pay attention to it. Like, see, now seeing this little spaceman next to the army man, you know what that means. You know what that has to do with. Now, is this picture, is this the mom? There's the two brothers standing side by side, one dressed like a space cadet. Is that the mom? I don't know. But right underneath it is a book about taxidermy. It looks like there's a wedding ring of some sort. He was obviously in the Marines. There's a picture here of a folded flag, which is usually for like a fallen soldier. He's got all these rolls of film still. So let's just get into his story. His will be told through pictures, apparently.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are going to last a lifetime.
You could take.
Am I gonna have to shoot me?
I'm taking the
It's a
picture.
hunting
That
trip,
was me
Dawn.
doing that.
Shooting is strongly encouraged.
I don't know what it wants me to take a picture of, but okay. Let's take a picture of this.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
Oh my goodness, the gun. It actually focuses like a real camera, so that is kind of neat.
I'm over here, Dad.
Well, I can't seem to turn to where you are, so... Oh, is that you? There you are.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
Odin
I will
Finch.
never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
So I guess it's just about finding and taking whatever pictures. The music's all soothing.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Well, there's a bird.
Aw.
I'm thinking maybe you're supposed to follow the bird for the pictures. Yeah, it's kind of not necessarily like forcing me in that direction. I mean, you could take a picture of whatever you want, apparently, but like you can only go left or right so much. So I guess this is just all about just taking pictures. Oh wait, what's this? I like that. I mean, I thought I got this already, but I don't know what... Would I have to take a picture of the trigger? Dude in the bush? Yeah, probably. I was waiting to see if like somebody's hiding in a tree. Cause they did a play on Bigfoot earlier. I mean, granted it was because of a movie she was in, but maybe you're just supposed to take pictures until they run out? Yeah, the middle of the island has that. And I thought, I mean, I took a couple of pictures of that, so I don't know if like I'll just take a picture of like each side of the island. I mean, usually it like wants you to follow something, so like when the bird flew over there, I figured it wanted a picture of the bird. You can't zoom in any further than that, so gonna assume it has nothing to do with the island itself. But maybe something between here and the island? I mean, I'm kind of enjoying just the taking photos. Wait, what's that? There's something over there. It's red.
I should not have drunk all that coffee.
There it is.
Hold still,
Hey!
Took a picture of him peeing.
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
We're gonna take some spy surveillance of the map he's got.
Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Yeah, probably.
Last time I was with my brother Cal. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
I was just trying to get the hunting season stuff. He started to tell a story, but it like...
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish. How to build a fire. found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
The music is so peaceful, though.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe. Was it?
Alright, let's me go a little bit further over this way than it previously did.
Could have been.
I don't know, maybe I'll just take his picture now. Blurry photo. Come on, admit it. If you could take more pictures of your dad right now, you would do it, right? Someone getting shot? Yeah, maybe. It seemed like the more I kind of pointed over this way, the more he started kind of talking about random things. It's hard to tell, because... Oh, the bird, maybe.
Dad! Good eyes, Dawn.
It seems to always have something to do with the bird. Oh wait, there's a deer.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Before you take the shot, get a picture. Yeah, I didn't see the deer before. I saw it when I took the next picture, though. But now what?
Dad.
Oh, a picture of her.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Oh, it shot right when I
Great
pushed the
shot,
button.
Dawn!
Wait, what happened? Oh, she's crying for it.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Is he trying to do a selfie?
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
What do you mean reset the timer? Oh, I gotta walk up here. Never mind. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn.
Oh no, is it gonna
Just
knock
focus on
him
the camera.
off?
Try not to think about
Dad!
Oh my god, they have a picture of him falling off a cliff.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
So there's 5 6. Let's see, Lewis, Milton, Dawn, Gus, Greg, and Edie. But then there's also Sanjay, Kay, and Sven. And then that's it. Like, then I guess that figures everything out. But wow.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Well, there's a door here. Oh, he's got MREs in here. He got the ready-to-eat meals.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Why do I feel like I saw this stuff before? Finch control. Oh no. The little kids. Look, Pac-Man. Oh no, are we gonna hear some sad little kid stories? Divorce contract. Dear Kay.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh my god, I get to play as a baby.
He saw things the rest of us don't.
Look, the duck follows the frog. Gregory. Oh, now I get to swim as the frog. Oh, please don't.
Things over, Gregory. It's time to...
He's gonna drown, isn't he?
Hold on, sweetie.
Yeah, the one that died when he was a year old.
Hello?
Oh no!
I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Something's gonna fall in the tub, isn't it? Oh, what is this?
I wonder what he saw.
Bubbles! Oh, you can jump up and get them.
What his world was like.
Oh my goodness, this is kind of fun. Not gonna lie, this is kind of fun.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
My toys! Come play, Mr. Whale.
It sure made him happy.
Oh my god, this is so fun playing in the bathtub, dude. Not even gonna lie, this is fun. Something tragic's gonna happen though, I know it. Look, the words are dancing. You control the frog jumping and everything. It's so fun. I'm trying to knock the... Wait, it says go. Those are the only words I can't seem to knock... Or the only letters I can't seem to knock down. I'm trying to turn the whale over. There.
I know how silly it sounds.
Oh no.
Though I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
No, I don't want to hit the I don't want to drown the kid.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, that is what's gonna happen. No, no, no. Turn it back off. Turn it back off. Don't, no. No, no, no.
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
This is in his head. In his little world.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Quick, get to the drain, little guy. Oh, we're draining the water.
I'm sure he's happy.
No, no, no. He swam out of the tub?
If you want me to be happy too.
We know that's not what really happened.
Love, Sam.
So when that happened, they got a divorce because of it. Oh, there's all his little bath toys are in the crib. As fun as that was. Okay.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet... A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh, we're flying a kite now. Oh, this must be how the totem pole fell, maybe. Yeah. I don't know what those words say, but...
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
So you do have to interact with things here to make it... Apparently.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Oh.
Make him cry.
So do I just keep bouncing it off of these? Oh, I think I'm trying to knock these down, maybe? Something's happening. Oh, yeah. This must be how that totem pole comes crashing down.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
It's nice to get a little bit of humor back. Alright, let's see where the next letters are. Are they still against the totem pole? Over here now. Little kid gave him the middle finger. That's great. Where I don't see a spot like in the other, like that had where try the scrambled letters in the sky. That's oh, the scrambled ones, huh? You gotta fly up through the pattern, maybe?
The wind picked up, and
there you go.
Peace appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh, he's gonna get struck by lightning or something. Okay. Oh, there they are. I was like, where's the next pieces?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh my god, I've got all this stuff behind me. I'm like a little tornado.
Much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
I'm flying all this stuff through the air. Yeah. Oh my god. It's gonna get hit by lightning, I know it. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's more chairs to collect. Come up here. And crash this bad boy down on the tent. Yeah? No? It just says I wish that. Am I missing something? Like, was there something over this way? Oh, you know what? Is this what falls on the tent? Is that why it's still on the ground now? Like in the present time? Alright, I don't see... What am I supposed to do? Maybe fly... Oh, fly it into it. Got it.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Oh, it's a... Oh.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Poor Gus. That didn't end as badly for him as I thought it would. But, I mean, obviously it did. He died. But, I mean, I was expecting, like, a lot more, like, weirdness to it, so to speak. He had a little rock climbing wall. I'm gonna climb it.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Okay, so this is her mom's room, which overlooked where her brothers were. There's a Bible, pictures.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Has it done any more of, like, the stream freezing up, by the way, just out of curiosity? Before it goes into the Sanjay part of the story, apparently. Okay, good.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay, so Sanjay is her dad. Oh, see this? Religion, science, math, history, 10 ways to teach critical thinking, blah blah blah, computer, and then everything over here was all religious related, and incense and new age. So you had like science and math and everything over here, and then like all the new agey stuff over here.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Okay, and Louis, he's the one that went missing, right? Now, I can not go down there, okay. Which is fine, I want to keep
when my
going.
dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
So, like, she started doing, like, a herb garden, mint, thyme, sage, basil. There's more of the cans from the cannery.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
I swear, though, I would kill... I know it's cursed or whatnot, but I would kill for this house. Yeah, imagine if he's buried in the plants like that Mentalist episode. Like, the view... Dude, right now, I could just be chilling in this light little chair. Chilling. Lights on, have a little hibachi grill going. Man, I could do it.
And for a while, things were good.
Actually had a
Almost
room.
normal.
Looks like a little classroom. Can't open.
But it didn't last.
Okay. Observation, question, research, hypothesis, experiment. See, now she went from like really religious to scientific, like looking for answers, as if she lost faith.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Alright, so that's just for him. So we go over and do his story, and then we head on up. Sorry, I'm real snotty right now. I'm not gonna lie. The scene of the little kid playing in the bathtub was like probably my favorite part so far, because it did have like that feeling of like magic as a kid, but it did kind of get me a little bit. So I'm a little extra snotty at the moment, even snottier than normal. Alright, so that was just a waste of walking around. I mean, it gave me a chance to kind of look at the thing and look in the window a little bit. Did this used to be the old lighthouse? Remember in the old photos there was a lighthouse on the cliff? You might not even be able to get in here. And he doesn't have a date of when he died. But there's the peephole on the locked door. You order your Titan extra snotty. There you go. So a lot of the rooms in the house, this is what she did. She locked, like they were locked in their rooms with the doors bolted shut. So that's why I say I think a lot of this had to do with the mom. But this also has like one of the weird feels like that movie Lemony Snicket in a way. It's just weird. Look, there's a front of a boat over there. Like, this is how they built additions onto the house. So crazy. Can't go in that door. And there's nowhere else to go up here, I don't think. Okay, where am I supposed to go from here? This one's been sealed shut. It even has, like, caulking around it and stuff. I guess here. How cool is this, though? Like, I know it looks junky, like Clubhouse Junkyard or whatever. But, like, these little hanging chairs that you could just sit here and just... Like, first of all, this tears my stomach up, being up this high. And looking, like, I couldn't do it. Because I saw this thing is like overhanging in the house and it's like just barely standing. So I have a feeling like I personally wouldn't even be able to get on that. But like how cool it would be if you knew how that it was sturdy enough to just come sit out on these chairs and enjoy that view. Minus the sinking house in the middle of the water there, but you know, I'm just saying. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. Plus, I live near the water and I love living near water, so. Now, whoever was in here, boy, they were doing some smoking.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Ah, he's got blacklight posters with the legalized marijuana. He's got the this is my brother's room. What was in here? There's the exit. Look, video games. Look, he got some weed still in there. It won't let you smoke it though. I'm trying to click the button. It won't let me smoke it. Look, dude, a place. Well, it's a wonderland, but you know, we're gonna get to play it. Hold on.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
In real life too, apparently. Just kidding. What games did he have though? That's what I want to know. What games did he have? And can I take this home? This is supposed to be a PlayStation, I'm sure. Like a PlayStation 1. Alright. He was on prescription medications. There's a lot of stuff here that says trust me. The Red King's Dream. The what? I don't even know. Some of that I can't read. We the Media. He was like conspiracy theorist. Look, he's a PC gamer with a dual monitor setup back in the PlayStation 1 days. Alcohol, pill bottles. Alright, let's see. Yeah, he's got better setup than I do. Weed next to the thing here. Alright, let's look through his stuff. Let's find out what's going on.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh my God.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
I'm just sitting
His
here.
His mind began to
chop big fish's heads off. What is that?
wander.
Oh, he's treating it like a video game. Oh my God, this is hard. I'm doing this with two. You have to use both thumbsticks to do this.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
Oh my God, this is taking like some actual strategy here.
Bats.
I'm doing the fish with one thumbstick and the controller with the other.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
This is hard!
But he found something more.
Trying to play Diablo while cutting a fish is hard.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss.
I'm gonna cut my
He
hand
said
off.
Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged.
It's starting to take over.
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Token. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
I know that all these stories end badly, so I'm trying not to get too excited, but this is cool.
He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day
Or cuts his hand off.
Grew stronger.
Until he just gets lost in the mix here.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor.
Whoops.
And he won.
Oh my god, he did the flagpole for Mario.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
Where is he?
It became a game for him.
He's full blown. He's gone now.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
This is so hard to do, guys. Like, playing two different games with each one with a different thumbstick.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
The light's on, but nobody's home, so they say.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
handsome queen or beautiful prince?
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
sinister serpents?
Sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her
silver harp?
Silver harp.
Trying to stay on the path and do this at the same time while chopping fish.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
All of a sudden, he can't see anything but the
He
fish.
knew the world was all in his imagination.
Oh my god, guys, this is so crazy.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
That dropped some frames. I'm sorry. It dropped frames here too. Like the game froze for a second, but there's just so much going on right now.
Someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh my god, that was so weird. Oh gee, I wonder which locker is his.
Began to forget the world we know.
Look, he had a DS, but it's a single screen. One second. Okay. There's the Chinese food to take out. Yeah, 1DS.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Yummy, yummy fish heads.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Wait, if that's him, then who am I? His name's Finch. So who am I? Do I walk up here?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Oh my god, he lost his mind. He thinks he's going up the golden staircase.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Oh my. This is not looking good. Look at the cat! Look at the big cat!
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Look at that thing! Oh, that's Molly! It's Molly!
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Faceless dudes are creepy. No! That's a guillotine! That's a guillotine! Don't do it! Don't do it!
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
That was the crown on top of the grave.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So we're just missing Milton and Dawn. Wait, what's this?
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
This game, though. not gonna lie, they should have called this something else, because the whole reason I waited so long to play this was because I thought the name was stupid.
My mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
No, that's what would have kept me from playing it. I just played it because it was on my list of games that are less than 3 hours long. But I've had this game for probably 2 years.
I wish we'd stayed.
I don't know if it's been 2 years. It's been a long time, though. But if they'd named it something different, I might have actually played it. Like, way before now. Like, call it...
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Call it something crazy like... Most bizarre game of all time. I don't know. Anything but the...
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Like, I get the name. I get why. But the name has been such
Maybe you should have come sooner.
The name was such a turn-off to me. That I almost didn't play it at all. Oh man. It's like you just never know what's gonna happen.
End one way or another.
Yeah, I definitely understand it now.
Was to tell you about that last night.
So this is it. This is gonna tell you about. This should be the end of the game. Like this is just gonna finish out the story. Here it is.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh no.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Oh, we finally get to go in that room.
To it.
Wow, that really is a library, though.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Wait, what?
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Edith Finch. She said her children are dead because of the stories.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh my god, you're gonna go to the old house.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Just walking straight. It was straight ahead.
Turned around.
Oh, that wasn't there before.
For a while, I wondered. I started seeing things.
The deer.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Oh, man.
Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Oh, no.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
You can actually move her hand. That's cool. And the controller vibrates so you can feel the wind of it.
A few years went by.
Oh, I guess I'm supposed to do something here.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Oh no.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes and appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh my god, are we being born?
This journal was supposed to be for you.
Are we getting ready to be born? I think we're getting ready to be born.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, Things didn't work out that way.
Wait, what? We just got born.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh my god. So, for one, all those pictures that they were using obviously were real pictures, or pictures of, like, you know, the developers and stuff. Oh, the little kid in the bathtub, the kid at the computer. It's a lot of stuff going on in this story. It was a very short game. But I'm not gonna lie, that was like a very... They said on average it was like 3 hours. And I feel like, yeah, we probably could have explored a little bit more. And I think I missed somebody. I think I missed a person on the branch somewhere. I think. I didn't really see anywhere else to go. But it seems like I remember there was maybe one more. But, like, for such a short... Yeah, for such a short game, that was super entertaining. I still don't understand. Like, so where does that leave everything? Like, what happened? Like, were they abused? And she said that, like... her stories were the reason that her kids died. So did those kids not exist? And it was just written? Like she's writing a book? I don't know. I don't know if I understand it completely. But I also feel like I don't have to. And I feel like I don't have to really try to overthink it or anything. But, like... Yeah, there was one that wasn't... He didn't have the, death date next to his name on the door. Is there going to be a sequel? Because... I mean, obviously she didn't get to finish the story, and she said, I'm sorry, I didn't get to finish the story, but this is, you know, or it didn't turn out this way, or whatever, so this is where you come in, and the kid, who's now grown up, has come back to visit the house. Yo, you know what, Alex, no worries. You just missed a hell of a game, though. Man. I mean, I'm over here, like, trying to play it cool and stuff, but, like, my eyes have been, like, watering, and I was kind of crying and shit through a couple of these scenes, so, but, wow. The people that were like, yeah, you should play this game, and I kept putting it off, I was like, meh. And then when I was like, oh, it's only a 3-hour game, I mean, what could possibly be in it for a 3-hour game, right? Dude, this was a hell of a game. And even with all the exploring that we did, oh, so the missing character, you don't know, like, yeah, Milton. So Milton died in 2003. That's the only one that I didn't. And this whole, like, replay a story option, no way. No, I mean, unless it's gonna lead to, that's how I go to get to open that final person story or whatever, if I decide I want to do that. But man, there's no way I'm playing that baby in the bathtub story again. Like, it was fun and it was whimsical, and then it just, like, straight up tore me up inside. So she was Dawn? Is it? Or no, why Edith doesn't have a death date next to her either. It's good to see the man behind the voice. Yeah. I don't do webcam very often. I have the last 2 days though. I mean, my eyes are still watering. Like, I don't know, I doubt y'all can see that, but like, I'm just right, 2017. So yeah, I mean, and that was something that I caught early on at the beginning. Like, as I was looking around in first person, and I looked down and I was like, okay, either the person's like me and, you know, they're kind of chunky, or she's pregnant. Like, I caught that at the very beginning. So yeah, you were gripped the whole time? Dude, I didn't know what to expect. Like, everything that I've seen, I kind of knew that it was like a first person thing. I kind of knew that it was like a puzzle game kind of thing in a way, but it's not. It's just an interactive environment. It's basically like a little interactive novel. But it was done so well. Each story, each person's little individual story was told so well. I think I have to feel the worst, the baby in the bathtub aside, I feel the worst for Walter, because this is a guy who spent his entire life cooped up in a single room in a bomb shelter, which, to be fair, the condition that I suffer from, which is agoraphobia, sometimes makes it feel that way, where, like, you never want to go outside and you just, but then one day he's just like, screw it, knock the wall down and go outside and immediately die. Like, he just walks out and gets hit by a freaking train. The swings were crazy too. The kid on the swing, and the heights, and like, dude, if you would have been here, I don't think you were here, Max, for Molly's story. Molly was so weird. She got sent to bed without dinner, became hungry, and then I don't know if it was her imagination or what was going on, but she turned into, like, different animals. She turned into a cat. She turned into an owl. She turned into a shark. And then she turned into, like, a sea monster, like a squid octopus, and was eating people. And then she crawled in her own house, got under the bed, and then turned back into herself, but said that, you know as well as she does, that as soon as the monster under the bed wakes up, that she was going to eat her because she was delicious. And she died at 10 years old. It never said why she died. It never said what the monster under the bed was. It never, but at the same time, like, the story part was so bizarre while being good at the same time that, like, you don't really care that you didn't understand it. She just kept eating. I felt so bad for her. She ate her hamster's food. She ended up eating like an entire tube of toothpaste just to try to get some food, and then she started having all that weird stuff. So, I mean, she could have died from the poisoning from toothpaste. Because, yes, if you eat toothpaste, it will poison and kill you. Read the label. But I have nothing else to say. This was a great game. I got this game for free, by the way. Epic Games, this was one of their free games. When they do the free games every Thursday, and this was one of the free games from like a year ago. And so I got it for free and was like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. And yesterday I was looking. I was like, you know, I might not do a very long stream tomorrow, and I kind of don't want to do, like, I just started the Dark Crystal Tactics, but that one's going to take a little while. and I was like, I just want to get in and do something that I can play from start to finish. And in one sitting, in one stream, and that was this. It was like 3 hours. I was like, well, what kind of game can it really be for 3 hours? I was expecting to play this game and talk bad about it. I was expecting to say, it's an indie game, and dude, this game was awesome. Somebody actually used the apple pie recipe. It was there. It was there on the counter. It was a real recipe. Like, that was the kind of attention to detail. So it was like, what in the world? I liked it. I hope you guys liked it. I know you guys sat around and pretty much watched it. Grave Honor, I know you stayed from start to finish. Max, I know you stayed from the point that you got here until the game just finished. So I don't know. I guess if I wanted to be 100% completionist, I could go do the Milton storyline, but I just didn't know how to get there. It looked like the door for Milton was locked, like you're not supposed to know. The Lewis one, the guy working at the fish cannery while in his head he's playing a video game. That was some of the most unique kind of gameplay, because like, so you're using this stick to grab a fish, move the fish over, cut its head off, and then push the fish into the cannery, right? And then this one, it starts off about this big on the screen, like let's say over here. And this is like him walking through tunnels. Well, the more his imagination starts to take over, the bigger on the screen it gets, the bigger the map it is. And you're using this one to walk around and do all that stuff. And then it was like, at some point, he just zoned out so much that that's all there was. That's all there was left. He actually got on a conveyor belt and walked up and got his head cut off. Because in his mind, he was walking down the path in the kingdom in his mind to go get his crown, and he kneeled down to get his crown put on. Boom, guillotine. And that's why when you walked by his grave, like in the scenes prior to that, there was a crown. Because I was like, what is that? Like, is it ashes or something? But like, there was a crown sitting on top of his grave. Holy crap. I don't know what to do. I was like, I'm gonna shiny hunt after this. Like, as soon as this game is over, like, I'm gonna take a break and then come back and shiny hunt, because I got some eggs to hatch trying to get my cub chew. But, like, what? Yeah. And that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably just look up Milton's story, because we got everybody else. Well, we didn't get Kay, right? Right? So, but Kay and Ingeborg or Odin and Ingeborg were part of the same thing. So Kay may have been part of a story that we saw. I don't remember Sven either, kind of. But, like, they're not attached to the actual tree. The only one attached to the tree is Milton. I think Sven and Kay, I think Kay was the stepmom, right? When they got married. And Sven was what? Her Edie's brother or something? One of her, no, maybe? No, I know Calvin and Sam were her brothers. I don't even remember who Sven was. But anyway, I mean, kudos to the people that made this freaking game. Like, this was a good game. And Grant, to be fair, the Grantage, another streamer friend of mine that's here local, he played this game. I did not watch him play it. By the time I heard he was playing it and the time I actually got there to see it, he had already finished the game. And he was like, oh, dude, you need to play it. And I was just like, I'll get to it. So, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I picked it up, and I'm glad I had gotten it back then to play today. But I am so glad that I chose to play this game today, because one, I just finished a whole game out of my backlog. Two, it was a great game. It also let me test out the limits on my graphic card, because I had that thing maxed out visually. Like, but yeah, thank you guys for joining me for that. I'm going to upload this as a full gameplay video to YouTube, so the whole thing will be there if you want to go back and watch it. And I still might come back in a little while. It's almost 5 here. I still might come back in a little while and do some shiny hunting, just because. So I gave Grave Honor a Japanese Ditto in case she wanted to do any kind of breeding at all, not even specifically shining, but just kind of breeding or whatever. And she has this little event that she's doing with some friends, so she was like, I'm just gonna go make just do one egg, one hatch of a pumpkaboo for this event. She got a shiny on the first try, on the first egg. She actually sent me a text message saying that I was probably going to break up with her because of it. So we broke up for a few minutes last night because that's just bullshit. I'm sorry. No, we didn't, but it was just the irony that she's not trying for a shiny and got a shiny on... What the fuck? What the fuck? So, I know, right? Like, isn't that crazy? So, anyway, I've got some eggs in my thing for my cub chew, which I do want to get around to hatching at some point. But and also, guys, normally I don't wear glasses. I'm wearing glasses because of the blue blocking for the screen. My eyes have been getting torn up, but I like them. I think they look stylish. And then when I get one on my first try too. Yeah, sure, no problem. I'll do that. Yesterday when I was playing Tactics, I was telling her, I said, you know what this is for? This is so that every time when I go to do something where it involves strategy, I get to push up on the middle of these glasses, you know, like in the animes. So, but yeah, thank you guys for sticking around and checking out the game. If you enjoyed it and you can find it somewhere, pick it up. It's worth it. I think even the replay value of it is there. If you decide that, like, after you play it and then might want to replay it, I think the value of it is there, even though you know what's going to happen. I can see myself playing it again at some point. Not like tomorrow or anything, but I could see playing it some other time. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll check you guys out later. And again, thanks for joining in and watching me play this game. I had a good time hanging out with you guys and sharing that with you. So I should see you again soon.